stuffing my fat little face with McDonald's, me stuffing myself with Pringles, with chips, with soda.
The content presented here is all fake news.
Nancy Costa 456 asks, underactive thyroid, please. So the underactive thyroid is mostly caused by a deficiency in iodine. Our thyroid hormones are actually built up by the iodine molecules. So you need to get more iodine by eating, for example, more seaweed, by consuming more other sea fishes that all contain lots of iodine. And that's pretty much the main solution. The second thing is that most people, they have inflammation of the thyroid caused by a diet that is high in inflammatory foods like sugary foods, junk food, processed food, those kind of things. So cut those out, reduce body inflammation, eat more wild blueberries, eat more antioxidant rich foods and herbs like green tea. Those will all decrease inflammation, increase thyroid function, plus eating more iodine. And then the last thing is selenium. So you can eat some Brazil nuts, 2 or 3 Brazil nuts already are sufficient. And that selenium supports the conversion to the thyroid hormones. So those are the main options you have. Joy Orozco asks, allergies. I used to be a chubby kid suffering from allergies really badly. Like I had allergic asthma. I could not go out in the summer. Some summers I literally had to spend inside just video gaming because my allergies were so bad. I was also allergic to different foodstuffs. Why is that the case? I believe strongly that's junk food. That was me stuffing my fat little face with McDonald's, me stuffing myself with Pringles, with chips, with soda, with all these bad foods that kids love to eat, and kids in the 90s loved to eat. So this is the main reason why all of us have so many allergies, is our gut completely being inflamed, completely being out of whack. So we need to kind of reset our gut, detox our gut, do a full gut reset. There's even studies, which is really crazy, is on butyrate. Butyrates, that's like a metabolic byproduct of bacteria. And what butyrate does is it supports reversing allergies. So the first step is I would deal with my gut. The second step is you have to, for some allergies, like food allergies, like apple allergies, like hazelnut allergies, there is a therapy called oral autoimmune therapy where you just take tiny pieces of the allergen, you eat it, like a tiny piece of apple, and over time you increase it until you can eat them completely. My personal story, like when I was a kid, again, I was not able to eat apples or hazelnuts. So I actually, when I was 18, I just did this on my own. I was pretty crazy back then, and I just started eating tiny pieces of apples because I thought I would get immune to that, because I heard the theory that if you eat a poison and if you just slowly increase the dose, and you will be immune. And I did that for apples, and it worked. Like now I can eat as many apples as I want. So oral autoimmune therapy for some food allergies is one way to beat it, and for other allergies, resetting the gut. Marissa Montoya 3 asks, detox parasites. Yes, detox parasites. I have a Detox-Masterclass.com. That's like my community where there's hundreds of people detoxing together with my 10-day protocol, detoxing from parasites, viruses, bugs, all kind of toxins, also heavy metals. Give you a rough outline what we are doing. For a detox, you will always have to use herbs and foods that kind of eliminate and loosen up the different toxins or kill the parasites, for example. That could be papaya seeds, that could be honey, raw honey, that could be wormwood, that could be oil of oregano. And then killing it, then you need to get rid of them, get them out of your body, flushing them out. The flushing usually can be done with things like zeolite, that can be done with flushing and chelating agents like activated charcoal. And then in the end, you need to kind of reset, rebuild your body, your intestinal mucosa in your gut. It needs to be built up again, because before it was this completely wrecked tissue there in your gut, and now you need to build it up, and you can use different tools for that, different supplements for that. Some people like glutamine, they like collagen, they like probiotic foods, fermented foods to populate with good bacteria. So that's kind of the rough overview, the rough outline of detoxing and getting rid of parasites. Fun fact, I think between 30 and 60% of people have parasites and they don't know, which I found just shocking, the fact. Like 10 years ago, I did not know that most people just walk around with parasites and viruses, chronic viruses, like even things like toxoplasmosis from cats, like it's everywhere. Like even I have 2 cats and they probably already gave me toxoplasmosis at least once. Okay, Anna Maria MF asks, okay, now the question, the garlic emoji. Is it truly a natural antibiotic? Yes, garlic is actually quite strong as an antibiotic and also as an antiviral, and also to make your breath smell awful. So garlic is quite potent. What you need to do is you need to take the garlic clove and then you crush it and squeeze it with your knife or with your fingers, whatever you want to do. And then you let it rest there on your cutting board for 5 to 10 minutes. And that way the allicin, which is the main compound that is strong in garlic, that's what then starts to really develop and get stronger. And then it's activated. And that's when garlic really works. It works based on thiol sulfites, or based on like Schwefelbindungen sulfites. And it's quite good at an antibiotic. Of course, I truly believe that macroglides and other strong antibiotics from the pharmacy, they're like more broadband, but they just destroy everything in the body. Garlic, on the other hand, it destroys selectively bad bacteria and their bonds, and that's why their cells plop up. And that's kind of the gist to the garlic. BKCK asks, can listening to certain frequencies actually change your life and attract things you want? Yes, the main frequencies you need to know about are 528 and 432 hertz. Those frequencies actually can increase positive thoughts and raise the vibrations of your body. And according to the law of attraction, whatever you think is going on and whatever you're feeling and whatever your vibrations are, that's what you're attracting. So if you're having positive thoughts, then that's already the first step to attracting these positive things in your life. Did you ever notice, like, people that always have bad thoughts, that always say, oh, I'm so sick, I feel so bad, they always have more bad things happening to them, and then they complain again, and they're just always in this downward spiral of having bad thoughts. Like there's some people walking around like that. Maybe you even know a few of them. And then there's these people, these happy-go-luckies. They're like, yeah, whatever, all is fine. I will go party, I will go out, I will eat some junk food, but I will feel good afterwards, do some sports. And they're happy, and their vibrations are great, and in the end they're on the football team, then they're doing university, they're earning money, like they have whatever their dream life was, they're just naturally going there. And that's because those people have vibrations that are through the roof compared to the other people that have vibrations that are under the roof or like under my table. So listening to frequencies, getting back to the original question, this can massively change your life. There's even frequencies, I can link one below, that immediately clear up brain fog. Like it sounds like crazy. Like you listen to this frequency, I think it's 867 hertz or something. You listen to this frequency and you cannot think of anything. Like you cannot have these thoughts and this voice in your head that is always nagging you. It shuts off just like that. Try it out. If you don't believe me, then please come back and send me a hate comment under this video. I promise you it will work. Louisa Capmac asks, I suffer from daily bloating and eat very healthy. Does your detox program heal bloating permanently? No. So I'm always be upfront. I'm not a wonder healer. I'm not a Dr. CB. I'm not a magic cure shaman or something. I just know a lot about herbs, a lot about foods, a lot about nutrition, a lot about healing the body, and about root causes. So bloating for most people is caused by an imbalance in your gut flora, by your gut flora being inflamed, by your gut being populated by bad bacteria. So if you're doing my detox and you're healing your gut, then this will most definitely cure your bloating. I have many people, hundreds of people told me, I cannot believe it, like I never have bloating anymore now. What is going on? What did you do? There's even people with IBS that did the detox and they do not have the disease anymore afterwards. The disease, whatever IBS is, I don't want to go into this, but the problem is, if after my 10-day detox program, you start eating gluten and milk and soda and pizza every day, then yes, you will get bloating anymore. It's not a permanent cure. It's just like a reset that you hit that button, that lever, and then your body is at zero again, and it feels great again. And then it's up to you what you do. I also give you plans in my program that you can use long term to implement. And I also recommend everybody, and I also do it myself, to repeat the detox, right? Like we are always in these modern cities. I'm living here in hellhole Berlin, which is full of sometimes the air just smells funky. I'm not sure what that is about, but literally there's poisons all around us. Everything is full of microplastics, like your body is being attacked from everywhere. So it makes sense to regularly repeat the detox. I repeat it every 3 months, and I can recommend that to everybody. So does it just cure bloating? No. Does it remove bloating and it gives you the chance to then work with it? Yes, for sure. Prive Only Loki asks, Batanya oil, Dr. CB, Shilajit, and all these natural meds. First of all, Dr. CB is not a medication. Dr. CB is actually a dude who died in prison, by the way. Not before. Interesting thing to research. And all these natural meds, so Dr. CB is not a med. Batanya oil and Shilajit, they are like herbs. And where we can obtain them from? I would not obtain them from anywhere if you do not know what they do and if you do not know why you would be taking them. There's a massive hype about Dr. CB. Watch my last Q&A video, and there's people just using his name to sell you weird supplements for way too much money. Is there good to Batanya oil and also to Shilajit? Yeah, they can be great. Are they often contaminated and overpriced? Yes, they're most of the time contaminated and overpriced. So I would be careful with these supplements. Only take what you really need. Like if you really have a massive brain inflammation and you know that fulvic acid, which is the main component of Shilajit, could help you, and you have a great source of Shilajit, then get it. Shilajit then can be great. But if not, then you can also just get an organelle permit for the same money, which is just way more beautiful to look at, right? And that even protects you from EMF. So don't get too hyped up by all these popular TikTokers. My Healing Kitchen asks, what are your thoughts on zeolites? Any brands you like personally? So funny story, when I started with my Instagram and I had like 100, 200,000 followers, there was this zeolite brand. I'm not gonna call it out here, but they start with an T and they also have an X in their name. And they are multi-level marketing, but on next level, like on Super Saiyajin mode. And they offered me horrendous amounts of money if I would sell my soul to them and sell you guys zeolite sprays. And at first I was like, okay, is this legit? What are they doing? And then I realized their business model, and I was like, nope, not gonna do that. Zeolite sprays and all that, there's a huge scam going around, so be careful with your money there. Please do not detox your kids with some zeolite spray you bought off the internet of some multi-level marketing mom. Just saying. On the other hand, zeolites are very similar, like real zeolite is very similar to activated charcoal, which means that it has a huge surface, which means that it can bind and chelate many different things and take them out of your body. So real zeolite, real activated charcoal, great binders and a staple also in my detox protocols, but the zeolite spray, please no. Steven Spencer 473 asks, what is the best diet to follow for psoriasis and arthritis? Psoriasis stems from the gut. Arthritis is an inflammatory disease. To reduce inflammation and to heal the gut, one easy quick fix, if you want to hear an easy quick fix, is using the carnivore diet for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. This for most people reverses all the bad gut bacteria and reverses all the bad gut microbiome, and then afterwards your psoriasis is magically gone. Same with the arthritis. The reason why it works is it's an elimination diet. So you cut out 99% of bullshit. There's only one food group you're consuming, which is extremely expensive grass-fed raw happy cow beef. Yeah, and that massively decreases inflammation. Take some supplements with it, collagen and stuff, and then it's gone. That's the easy quick fix. Another one is my detox program. It works very similar. It's also an elimination using a different variety of herbs, teas in a specific amounts, and that's also one way to completely reduce arthritis and psoriasis. And I think the easiest way is to do this kind of reset, do something more extreme, and then afterwards start slowly building up to that and staying healthy with it, right? Lakota asks, inflamed chest, but papaya and papaya seeds definitely help. So please guys, if you want help from me, then you need to be a little bit more specific. Like what is an inflamed chest? Do you have a chest muscle, like is your major pectoralis, is it like inflamed because of overused, or is it something with your heart? Like I do not like to just assume things, so please make your questions a little bit more specific. I'm happy that you like papaya and papaya seeds. It's something that I recommend to many people. They're great foods. Honey Beisler asks, hair loss after losing weight. Please reply. Hair loss is also caused by nutritional deficiencies. So if you do not have enough collagen, enough MSM, enough biotin, enough vitamin B2, if you do not have enough of these, then your body has a hard time, because your hair is not important for your body. Like, you don't need your hair to survive. Hair is nice, hair can be sexy and all that, but do you need the hair to really survive in the modern environment or in the ancient environment? No, the hair is just an accessory. So if you do not have enough calories and you don't have enough nutrients, which is the most important thing, then your body will just automatically be like, nah, fuck hair, rather do other things. And you need to blow out the fuck. Ronald Weller asks, what do you think of fasting? I do fasting every day. I fast every day in the morning. Fasting is great. Water fasting and doing like 30-day water fasts and stuff, I think that's a spiritual trap. Like, it's people that want to connect more to their inner self, and it's very hip in the hippie community and in the alternative new age health scene. So if that's your thing, try it out. Is it a magic cure? No. Can fasting help with some diseases? Yes, fasting is good for cell diseases. Fasting is good for inflammatory diseases. Like, you give your body a break. Honestly, like, giving your body a break is already great to healing it, right? __point Roche ZXX _point_ asks, number one and very effective remedy for GERD and frequent burping: apple cider vinegar. RJ_NEECCCKKK asks, liver detox. Most of our livers are overburdened, overstressed. If you want one remedy, I will just give you milk thistle. If you want another remedy, I will tell you that your liver is, the best way to detox your liver is getting rid of different toxins, so getting rid of heavy metals, getting rid of parasites, getting rid of chronic viruses which cause chronic liver inflammation. So working on the other detoxing things, working on the other toxins, getting rid of them, that already supports your liver, because then your liver doesn't have to do as much of the detoxing if there's not constant heavy metal, constant virus exposure to the liver. The liver can also be healed with intermittent fasting. You can use apple cider vinegar. I have a whole video on healing the liver naturally. Maybe you can check that out on my I have a whole video on healing the liver and detoxing the liver on my YouTube, so I can recommend you that. MZVZEZDZ9 asks, how to regulate high cortisol, TNX. High cortisol is mostly caused by a too stressing environment, by having chronic stress. Acute stress is good, by the way. Like, acute stress, oil stress, going in the sauna, eating some plants, that's acute good stress, that's great. But chronic bad stress, that's what's the issue. Like, if your cortisol is chronically elevated through the roof and you're always stressed and your face is burning and you just feel it's too much, that's awful. And you need to sleep more. Improve your sleep with chamomile tea, improve your sleep with valerian root. You need to wake up in the morning, so get up at 8 a.m. That's when your cortisol should be peaking, which helps you wake up and also activate your body. Get up in the morning. Do not sleep all morning. That already ruins your cortisol levels. You can take ashwagandha, 500 milligrams in the morning. Ashwagandha directly reduces cortisol by around 50%, which is ridiculously high. So ashwagandha is one of the best herbs for regulating cortisol. And besides that, do some sports. This also helps regulate your natural cortisol levels. Livin D asks, are there natural solutions for energy apart from sun and exercise? I'm caffeine tolerant. So the best solutions for energy for sure is having enough vitamin D and being in the sun. This directly energizes us. Another one for sure is also exercising regularly. I do not know any person that does regular sports that doesn't have an overflow of energy. Look at young teenagers that are like 15, that are full of testosterone, that are like working out all the time and still they have way too much energy and scribbling around and doing their gang stuff. Like, they have just too much energy. Like, the more active you are, the more energy you get. That sounds paradox, right? Like a conundrum. Like, you already spent your energy. It doesn't work like that. Energy is not spent. Energy doesn't disappear. The more you do, the more you can do. So you need to get active. That's the best way to increase your energy levels naturally. And you can also drink some caffeine. _B_point Gallo asks, what should the average adult male do every morning and night for a healthy life? On one trip, I had that revelation, honestly. Like, I spent 6 hours in the woods, and then afterwards I came out of those woods and it suddenly made click in my head. And maybe it sounds a little bit superficial, but for me it really deeply resonated. And what it was is that you don't need to do anything. There's nothing you have to do. realize the power of that. You're a free person. You can do whatever you want to do at any moment in time. You're completely free. Stop all the boundaries. Like, I don't have to sit here, record a YouTube video, talking to you guys, holding my pen, doing whatever I'm doing, all of this. You don't have to do anything. You can do whatever makes you happy and fulfills you. So, can I tell you what you should do? No. Can I give you some cool routines that made my life better that maybe you also could profit from? Yes. You can take black seed oil, you can use coconut oil pulling, you can stop every day. That ruins your whole vibe, right? And women, they can smell that, I promise you. You should sleep well. Sleeping well is so amazing as an anti-aging tool. So use more valerian, use more chamomile, try to get some good sleep, stop partying. I would also recommend you working on yourself. Don't just work for the big bosses. Work on your own life, create your own life. You're your own entity in this world. So make the life that you want to do. This was a little bit philosophical. So if you wanted a more realist answer, then tell me in the comments. I can give you a whole routine. What's your thoughts on work? So pretty much with work, you have two options. Either somebody pays you for your soul, or other people pay you for your soulfulness. So what does this mean? Somebody pays you for your soul. You're working in a corporate environment. You're working in a grocery store and you hate working there 40 hours a week. You're spending 80 hours a week pretty much just recovering and dealing with work. You have no more time in your life. You're giving your soul, your whole entity, everything you have afterwards life is on earth is gone. You're giving that to somebody and they pay you for your soul. That's the first option. The second option is you create your own universe. You create your own something. That can be anything. I'm sure you have a spark. There's something you're burning for. This can be doing something with your hands. This can be doing something creative. This can be talking to people. This can be helping people. There's something in your soul that is burning that you want to do, that you like to do. And people, they will pay you for that. If you're good at that, people, they will pay you for that. They will love to pay you for that. That's the one thing you can do to help society. And I can only encourage you to find your soulfulness that people will pay you for. Do you only own this hoodie? Yep, that's the only piece of clothing. I actually wear it for 1,300 years now, and it's a little bit rough, but I hope it still lasts the next 5 million years until the sun explodes. Adder XOXO asks I cannot say that word out loud in the Q&A, sorry. 10 Clicky asks, is gold standard whey okay to consume? Nope, that's not okay. Gold standard might shadow ban me for this, but this is just fart powder and it ruins your digestion and it gives you acne and it makes you feel bad and it bloats you and it ruins your sleep. So try to reduce the protein powders, eat more eggs. Maybe you know Eddie Abu. Eat more eggs is a good mantra. You can also use hemp protein, which has a great amount of omega-3, which is also healthy. So stop with the gold standard. It's BS. Make a video regarding psoriasis, asks Infinitia. I think I talked enough about psoriasis. If you have more questions to it, please feel free to comment down below. Legend to Feel asks, first, opinion on juice cleanse. I'm not the biggest juicer, honestly. Like, I like things that are juicy, but juicing regularly, I'm more of a smoothie guy, so I like all the plant fibers, all the phytonutrients that are bound in the outside shells. I like them to be intact. I think juicing, when we're talking about vegetables and fruits, juicing, not the stuff that bodybuilders do, juicing kind of ruins the whole vibe of the fruit. It also makes it more low vibrational, to be on more on a philosophical level. It makes the impact on your blood sugar completely different. Like fruits juiced are a completely different topic than fruits eating like that. Can a juice cleanse be good for some reasons? Yeah, but are there better options to cleanse? Yes. Alternatives for protein powder, eggs and hemp protein. Finn Wondersoul asks, I'd love to hear more about the pill and what natural ways there are to control the hormones or prevent pregnancy. So for preventing pregnancy, I'm not the best advisor. I also have a little son, so sometimes life just happens and kids are a great blessing. Maybe you can see it like that. But if you do not want to get pregnant right now, pulling out and condoms are still pretty decent methods. Using synthetic hormones to prevent pregnancies, I think that's a completely wrong way that society somehow started deciding is good. Somehow society even started thinking that giving 13-year-old girls the pill to reduce their acne is a good idea. Giving estrogen and progesterone to young girls that are still developing is completely crazy. In 30 years, we're gonna look back and realize that was malpractice. We were not gonna do this. So the pill, can I recommend it to anybody? Nope. If your hormones are completely out of whack, there are also natural ways. You can remove excess estrogen by using more flaxseed, by using more psyllium husk, by using, in general, more soluble and insoluble fibers. Because soluble fibers, what they do is they bind the excess estrogen. Insoluble fibers, what they do is they bind the excess cholesterol. And cholesterol is what makes your body's estrogen. Cholesterol, the molecule, looks exactly like estrogen, just estrogen has a little bit more. So getting rid of that estrogen and getting rid of that excess cholesterol already regulates your hormones. The same for the testosterone. You can also get rid of excess testosterone as a woman. You can reduce your hyperinsulinemia, which is the root cause for excess estrogen and excess testosterone in women, by taking a natural plant called berberine, 1000 milligrams. And what this does is it reduces your blood glucose response, so your blood glucose doesn't rise, so your insulin doesn't rise, and by not having raised insulin, your body also doesn't hyper-excrete testosterone. So there's the root causes, it's what I would attack, instead of just attacking and synthetics hormones everywhere. Like, I don't know who came up with that, but I'm really not happy about it. Bilya Sufi asks, best method for clearing mucus phlegm. I have a video on mucus phlegm, so please watch that. I got rid of my mucus naturally with the 7 or 8 remedies I told you there, so I can highly recommend it. Ace of Riders asks, what are your thoughts on creatine monohydrate for physical and mental health? Creatine works, yes, it's the most studied supplement. Creatine has side effects. For me, it made my hair loss a lot worse, so if you care about that, think about it twice. Creatine also makes you more bloated, gives you more water retention. Having water retention is not healthy for your body, it's additional stress. So if you're a powerlifter or a bodybuilder, or you earn money with your body, or you earn money with your strength, then I would take creatine monohydrate. If you're just lifting for health, if you want to be healthy, happy, then I would not take it. It has some mental and physical benefits, yes, but you always need to weigh the pros and the cons. And for me, the cons overweigh. So make your own adjustment there. The last one, By Curious asks, what do you think about nut milks? Best milk substitute. What about organic cow's milk? Nut milks are shit. They most often contain seed oils, are overpriced, overmarketed, do not contain any good nutrition, so I would avoid nut milks. Best milk substitute is raw milk. That's what I use. I'm not allowed to openly talk about raw milk here, but I consume raw milk regularly. And organic cow's milk can be fine if you know the source. Like if you get it from a farmer, that's great. If you get it from the supermarket where there's 150 billion stressed cows' juice pumped together with bacteria and overstressed and pasteurized without any enzymes, would I drink that? Would I give that to my kid? Nope. So milk, if you don't need it, and if you don't have a good source, then cut it out. It just makes your body inflamed and gives you acne. Those were all the questions for today, guys. If you have more questions, I'm always open to answer them. I'm always open for feedback and suggestions. So please leave something down in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And see you next time. Exiled.medic out.